Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host for today's review of another crypto project. You know, this is how we do it on this channel. We bring you some potential gems, and then it's up to you to do your own additional research, find additional information before you pull everything together to make your own decision, and then make a decision on whether you want to jump in and make this upcoming project as part of your crypto portfolio. The decision by the end of the day is with you. The information I'm sharing with you today is not financial advice. The information is just meant to be for educational as well as entertainment purposes. It's all about education. Education is power, so they say. So let's jump into this project, and that project is STRK Finance, or STRK. What is it? Well, a fork of Compound Protocol. STRK is an autonomous and decentralized money market that enables variable-based rates for supplying digital asset collaterals to the protocol and from borrowing digital assets from the protocol with over-collateralized assets. Money markets allow users to tap into a peer-to-peer marketplace where all interactions are validated against open source smart contracts running on the immutable Ethereum blockchain. The entire STRK protocol is operated by its community with no centralized control or team tokens exercising power over the protocol's governance. STRK is designed to protect the equilibrium between borrowers and lenders by allowing liquidators to handle bad vaults and collecting a premium for stabilizing the protocol. Key features for STRK include the collateralization factor. Here, the protocol enforces a collateralization factor for all assets supported by the platform, ensuring each pool is collateralized at all times. If the collateral falls below the minimum maintenance level, it will be sold to liquidators at a 10% discount, paying down some of the loan and returning the remainder to an acceptable collateralization factor. The other feature is that of yield curve rate mechanism. To make the STRK protocol autonomous, there is a yield curve rate mechanism implemented in order to dictate the borrow and lend rates. Instead of having a market where individuals and the users of the protocol are negotiating rates, this yield curve rate enables equilibrium within each market. Let's look at some of the value proposition from STRK Finance. Users can mint, redeem, borrow, repay a loan, or liquidate their loan on the STRK protocol. As there was no private sale or venture capital investment, the STRK token, ticker symbol STRK, was distributed to the community at launch. Protocol changes are determined by holders of the protocol's own token, which is always a good thing. STRK also offers a developer SDK for building custom applications. Again, that encourages self-sustainability of the protocol. Now, as part of our review for STRK, we are going to be applying our DYOR risk evaluation to assess the risks associated with investing into STRK's token, the STRK. So as part of that risk evaluation, we apply our DYOR risk evaluation toolkit made up of the following 13 elements. We've got decentralization, security, scaling, interoperability, social media presence via Twitter and via Discord, the project team, project use cases, as well as the tokenomics. So let's jump straight into decentralization. Well, STRK is a decentralized finance platform that relies on smart contracts automatically actioning user requests, including the minting of S tokens in return for deposited collateral. So S tokens are the tokens you get when you put your collateral on the line to borrow some funds from STRK platform. At any point in time, a user may query the contract to get the current supply rate per block. The supply rate is derived from the borrow rate, reserve factor, and the amount of total borrows, all done automatically via smart contracts. The STRK protocol is governed and upgraded by STRK token holders using three distinct components, which are the STRK token, governance module or governance alpha, and time lock. Together, these three contracts allow the community to propose, vote, and implement changes through the administrative function of the S tokens or the controller. Proposals can include changes like adjusting an interest rate model to adding support for a new asset. Now on to security. The STRK protocol was developed with a specification of security principles and formally verified by Certic Blockchain Security, which is integrated into STRK protocol's continuous integration system. Everything on STRK is handled automatically by smart contracts, which act to mint S tokens after Ethereum and ERC20 assets are deposited and allow STRK users to redeem their stake using their S tokens. While it has gone through professional audits and formal verification, the STRK protocol depends on new technology that may contain undiscovered vulnerabilities. The project runs a bug bounty program to help identify vulnerabilities affecting the Strike interface hosted at app.strike.org that could conceivably result in exploitation of user funds. Backbound rewards range between $500 to $50,000 depending on the size and criticalness of the exploit. On to scaling now. There is no maximum cap on the amount of S tokens minted, as this is determined by the amount of collateral deposited, which means the Strike protocol should scale with additional collateral. That is in principle, of course. On to interoperability. To date, the Strike protocol is exclusive to the Ethereum network and supports any ERC20 tokens as collateral. Here we are talking of the likes of Uniswap, Chainlink, Compound, ApeCoin, among many others. So that is still well diversified. Social media presence. Via Twitter, Strike boasts just over 13,500 followers, and there appears to be no official Discord channel for Strike. Onto the project team now. There is no regular available information on the Strike team. However, looking at the number of holders of wallets, there are approximately 10,100 holders of the Strike token, which allies fears that this could be a potential rug pull, which it could still be, but so could many other crypto projects out there. But it is always unnerving not to come across any team information. At least you know who is behind what, because you don't know the agenda of all these developers you see. Anyway, moving on to use cases. Ticker symbol STRK. Users who log their STRK tokens alongside USDC stablecoins and protocol rewards in STRK tokens. By minting S tokens, users can earn interest through the S tokens exchange rate, which increases in value relative to the underlying asset. The obtained S tokens can be used as collateral to earn even more reward. S tokens are the primary means of interacting with the Strike protocol, so you can't interact directly with the STRK token. You have to use the S tokens. When a user mints, redeems, borrows, repays a loan, liquidates a loan, or transfers S tokens, they will do so using the S token contracts. So it does not accept anything apart from the S token itself. Strike's governance manages protocol changes, including choosing which cryptocurrencies to add support for, adjusting collateralization factors, and making changes to how STRK tokens are distributed. And finally, the STRK token is an ERC20 token that allows the owner to delegate voting rights to any address, including their own. Now on to some tokenomics for Strike. Ticker symbol STRK. Total token supply 6.54 million. Circulating supply 60.6%. Token allocation, again, don't know how accurate this is, but that's the information readily available publicly. 50% was allocated to borrowers and 50% allocated to lenders. That's it. So you lend, get some rewards. You borrow, you get some rewards. Inside the token allocation, in this case, then ranges from 50 to 100%. We're trying to make sense of what's in front of us. That's our own view, of course. You make your own decision on that. So that is a quick summary of what Strike is. Now on to the scoring part, where we look at those 13 elements we just reviewed and then score them from 0 to 10, 0 being the minimum, 10 being the maximum, before we aggregate that score. And it is that score that we classify under 4 different risk categories, from the best to the worst. So here is a quick rundown of those 13 elements once more. You've got decentralization, security, scaling, interoperability, the project team, social media present via Twitter and via Discord, age of the project, project use cases, tokens issued at project launch, total tokens in circulation at the time of recording, maximum tokens available, as well as inside the token allocation. So these are the scores we've allocated to Strike Finance and the STRK coin. On decentralization, it's 5 points out of 10, security 5 points out of 10, scaling 7.5 points out of 10, interoperability 5 points out of 10, the project team 2.5 points out of 10. Someone must be working on the project and developing it, otherwise it won't exist. But who are they? They should show their faces. Social media presence via Twitter 5 points out of 10, social media presence via Discord, no official Discord channel, so it's 0 points out of 10. Age of the project 5 points out of 10, project use cases 7.5 points out of 10, tokens issued at project launch 7.5 points out of 10, total tokens in circulation at the time of recording 5 points out of 10, and maximum tokens available at just over 6 million. That is very good total token supply, 10 points out of 10. Inside the token allocation, like I stated, it ranges between 50 to 100%. We are therefore going to give Strike Finance 0 points out of 10 on that element. Do you guys agree with the scores we've allocated to Strike? Again, let us know in the comment section. So the aggregate score for Strike comes up to 65 points out of 130. Could have been a lot more if there was an official Discord channel, as well as knowing who the project team is and a clearer picture of the token allocation, because just saying 50 to lenders, 50 to borrowers doesn't make any sense. How did the original developers get compensated? Doesn't make any sense to us. Anyway, so 65 points out of 130. That's our score on Strike. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comment section. As for me, I do not hold Strike, and I'm 50-50 whether I'll just put a small bag into Strike. At the moment, I'm just waiting on the sidelines. If the bus leaves without me, I'm happy with that because I've got my hands in other things, but it's a project I'm now considering. Anyway, there you have it, folks. Our review of STRK Finance and the STRK token. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section. Until the next video, I'm your host, FD435.tv, signing out for now. Bye.